Biden's lies include what his uncle was food. Today's video of the day comes from us from the big guy himself. Joe implied his uncle, a World War II pilot, was eaten by cannibals after his plane crashed in 1944. Watch.
He got shot down in an area where there were a lot of cannibals. They never recovered his body, but the government went back when I went down there and they checked and found some parts of the plane. He got shot down in New Guinea, and they never found the body because there were a lot of cannibals for real in that part of New Guinea.
But the military says his uncle died after crashing into the ocean. So it's another fairy tale from Joe. Why does he keep making up this weird stuff? Since he grew up in black churches, Jewish temples, and a Puerto Rican neighborhood, I don't know who the hell to blame. But what's lost in this is that his uncle is a hero who died for our country. Kat, now we know as a child that you dreamed of writing novels about shipwrecks.
Yes.
Are you willing to tell tall tales to get that deal done? Like, what's the wildest stretch story you've ever told? Limited to 10.
I mean, like, when I was a kid, I would pretend to be a dog.
Right.
Like, a lot. Like, I wanted to be a dog. I'd make my dad do pigtails in my hair because they're my dog ears, whatever. I was a loser. I was weird.
As a child with imagination, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, but so this is weird because he also doesn't even seem to understand how cannibalism works.
Yeah.
'Cause, like, if he couldn't find their bodies, like, he ate their bones too. That's like a ghost story in The Sandlot.
Yeah.
Like, that's, right? That's what the dog did. He ate him bone and all, right? You guys have seen that movie. So it's like, not only is it a lie, it's not even a good one.
Yeah, I mean, like, how did he know?
Yeah.
Like, did they mail an envelope? Send more. Biden's are delicious. Like,
I mean, this and then the oil cancer, I'm still not over.
yeah, I mean, he's been through a lot.
The oil cancer, and then remember when he said so many of his friends had oil cancer too?
Yeah, it's going around.
Yeah. Where are they? Sorry.
Listen, speaking of embellishing stories and making up, Aaron, if you was a college class for that, you would have a master's in it.
Well, I lied on my resume to get here.
Yeah, exactly. The wildest lie you ever told to get out of doing something?
I mean, I'll pull the sick thing, and maybe I was a little sick.
Right.
Maybe the thought of going to where I was going made me sick, so I guess there's a shred of truth there. But like with this, look, when I first heard the story, I went, oh, okay, so there's mermaid cannibals. Because if you look at a mermaid,
Right.
the upper torso, the digestive tract, that would constitute cannibalism, right?
Right,
If
yeah,
you're
yeah.
a human like that. But now that the White House has just said, right, like, no, this didn't happen. They announced an official statement. I think really the most disturbing thing is that he said it twice. Like, if you're in a conversation with someone and, oh, yeah, well, my uncle was eaten by cannibals. But no, you said it twice.
Yeah.
Well,
So he was sticking with it. And that's what is really bothering me.
to be fair, like any good liar, he builds on it. Because the first story, he didn't get eaten.
There were just cannibals around.
They were around, just
Yeah, okay.
shifty-ass cannibals just hanging around.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
nothing worse than you're trying to have a meal of food and there's cannibals on the window.
And then there's mermaid cannibals.
Yeah, mermaid cannibals. You
You
can't
know,
even swim.
circling the boat.
I always thought if mermaids were really made for men, they'd be the opposite way. But anyway. Whew. All right, Reagan. When in court, when you hear somebody, you at least get to say objection. At what point in the president's story would you have yelled objection?
If I were his attorney, I would have died. Let's just put it that way. I can't imagine what it's like to be his staffers on a daily basis, just white-knuckling through the day, never knowing what's going to come out. But to be fair, we can't be too hard on him because everybody's got that one uncle or family member that everyone says was eaten by cannibals in the woods, right? Like somebody, there's a tall tale somewhere. And like you said, maybe there's a shred of truth to it. But I can't imagine. I mean, it's just giving Brian Williams, and I feel so bad for his staffers, just thinking about how they have to do damage control all the time. But I just want to watch the clip over and over and over again. It's so good.
Because damage control is one thing, but cannibal control is a whole.
Cannibal. It's not on the bingo card, right? Like, cannibals. Can you imagine being in the back as a staffer or an aide, and you're like, cannibals? Like, that's it? That's what he comes up with today?
Yeah.
Like,
and then you got to figure out what the cannibal's pronouns are.
what's coming next?
Don't
Is it
misgender
a
the cannibal.
vegan cannibal? Like, what are we dealing with here?
It was a cannibal on the paleo diet or something, yeah.
I mean, all else fails, eat a human.
Before we get too far afield, I just want to congratulate Kat's parents, because these days, when young children say, I'm a dog, put my hair in the ponytail so they're like ears, that you become a furry. And you are, they give you a litter box and the whole 9 yards.
I was still using a toilet.
Yeah.
See? Atta girl.
But to be fair,
And I still am.
Atta girl.
but here's the thing: if you go that furry route and
Yeah.
your kid's living as a dog,
Yeah.
you could probably put him down.
Oh, God. Who could put Kat down? And that's
Oh,
the
no,
funny- that's also-
She kicked out of it. She was clever.
Yes.
She kicked out of it.
That's
yeah.
interesting. She wanted to be a dog and her name is Kat. Anyway.
Good point.
Yeah. So, Biden, as you detailed earlier, he's grown up in every possible community that there is, from Polish to Scandinavian to Puerto Rican to African American. He's just got a little bit of, I want to see his 23andMe profile. I really do. But one of the things that should bother people about this is that if he so easily lies, and then you notice he always says, for real, I swear to God, this is true. He's always underscoring his stories with these little exclamations. Mm-hmm. If he can do that so easily and has been doing that so easily for 50 years, I think we can safely assume, Tyrus, he does that on official stuff too.
Oh,
Afghanistan was great. The economy's great. Bidenomics works. How can you trust the guy?
You can't. And in the worst case scenario, if you get too nosy, you around get eaten by a cannibal. Kat, before we go see Kat on her book tour. Tickets are still available for her Tucson show this Sunday. Go to therealkattempf.com for more information.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.